Previously on Spenelli Speaks. Hi everyone, Danny here. Welcome back to my channel. Another day of reviews here on my journey of a book review a day in honor of my birthday month. Now I did just recently celebrate my birthday, so that is done and gone, and boy do I feel older. Just kidding. I feel exactly the same. But before we get into this review, have you ever had a day where your hair just says, "Not today, Satan"? Yeah. That is my hair today. It literally will not do a darn thing that I want it to do. So this is what it is going to look like. So you're welcome. Anywho, today's review was kind of / maybe just here voted on, I'm not sure, because I had introduced it in my failure video where my fan, not a subscriber or a person, but my fan above me was on too high and ruined my rapid review of Love in the Time of Cholera, which I know you all are just waiting on so patiently. That will come later this week. Anywho, today's review is going to be a Bookworm's Guide to Dating by Emma Hart. And if you like romance novels, please do not take any of this to heart. No pun intended. I just simply sometimes feel a rant coming on. And don't get me wrong, I love me a good romance story. And I was entertained by this book. But what I will say is what you are about to hear is everything that I see annoyingly so wrong with this story. Now, what is a Bookworm's Guide to Dating about? Well, it's about a bookworm named Kinsley and her guide to dating, which isn't really a guide at all. Now, Kinsley is like 25, gorgeous, and single. And she's so single that she just doesn't seem like she can ever find anybody, blah, 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 blah. Talks about how pretty she is in every interaction of her long, gorgeous auburn hair and the little dresses that she wears and blah, blah, blah. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sorry to all of you lovely 25-year-olds out there, but girl, knock it off. Seriously, like, you got time. And if you don't have time, apparently, according to the author, you're gorgeous. So just calm down. It'll be okay. Not only that, but Miss Kinsley somehow inherited a bookstore. Well, golly gee, good for you. With a group of her other gorgeous friends who are also single, by the way, because of course this is a series, so we're going to follow each one of their little charades of, I'm single and gorgeous and can't find a guy and I really like books. Oh, kill me now. Anywho, she is having a hard time finding a guy, so she decides that she is going to go online and start to find somebody. Good for you, because the only way you're going to meet somebody is if you actively pursue the dating scene. Well, she's apparently really bad at talking to people because all she does is talk about books, and all of her boyfriends are bookish. And girl, believe me, I get it. I still have bookish boyfriends. Don't tell my husband, but I mean seriously, there are bookish boyfriends out there just waiting for me to come and find them. Anywho, her brother's best friend, Josh, who she has known most of her life, decides that he's going to help her find the right guy. He's going to go on her profile, fix it up, find the right guy, and get her a date. But lo and behold, Josh has been in love with her forever. Like, you can't think of anything else? You can't think of anything better? The fact that it's her brother's best friend? Gee, golly, I've never thought of that before. Anywho, the big stick in the mud is the fact that, well, he made a pact with his brother back when they were like 12 that they would never date each other's sisters. So that's keeping Josh from Kinsley. And Kinsley can't possibly imagine dating her brother's best friend because that just can't happen. Honestly, like, what am I reading? Again, I am sorry to anybody who likes this kind of drivel, but it is like ridiculous. Like, oh, I'm gorgeous and this bookstore fell in my lap and now all of my best friends get to be in a bookstore together and we sell books and ha ha ha. Oh, by the way, did I mention it's in the picturesque mountain scenery of Colorado? Denver to be exact? Oh my, you live such a horrible life. Better much? Okay, ranting aside, I was entertained. The steamy bits were steamy. I enjoyed the pieces of the book that were meant to be funny. But all in all, like really, this is the book. Thankfully for me, I listened to it on audio. So it's set for like 7.5 hours and I listen at 2 speed, so it only took 3 hours out of my life. But if I would have bought this book, I'd be like putting it in some little free library because it's just, sure, does it make you happy? Maybe. Does it fill that void of like, I have an hour to myself. I'm going to go ahead and read this book about stuff that I could think about in a daydream. There you go. It's that simple. Now, it does, like I said, continue on into a series, and you can already see that a bunch of these couples have been kind of set up in this first book. Will I be continuing in the series? No. Maybe if someday I find myself on a beach somewhere and literally have nothing left to read, yes, I'll go ahead and open up a Bookworm's Guide to Dating and find what the next book is and be satisfied of just listening to a bunch of words strung together with some steamy bits in the middle. Yeah, that would be entertaining. So, if I have offended you in any way, please take this as my apology. I did not mean to offend anybody. I simply just have better things to read. I'm terrible. I'm so sorry. Anywho, moving on. Let's talk about what we are going to review for tomorrow. We're going to bring back 2 comeback books that I had on my comeback shelf. One of which is actually an audiobook series that I listened to, so you can probably guess that that is C.S. Lewis's A Space Trilogy. So I'll review all 3 of those books, as well as bringing back The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. So this is another book off of that comeback pile. So for tomorrow's review, do comment below with your vote of either House in the Cerulean Sea or C.S. Lewis's A Space Trilogy. So, what's it gonna be? Let's find out. Until next time, I hope you're reading something great, taking care, and staying safe. And as always, you know how it goes. Happy reading. Bye!